So in this video we're going to be talking about magic bands, what are they and why you'd want to buy one. So in this video we're looking at magic bands. So basically what they are is, it's kind of like your park ticket really, but goes conveniently on your wrist like a watch sort of thing. So this is basically what they look like. So literally the size of a watch, and they just go conveniently over your wrists, and it's enable you to be able to obviously get into the parks once you've synchronized them on your My Disney Experience app. And it also allows you to be able to, if you're staying on resort for example, to make in-room purchases to access your hotel room door, and also allows you to retrieve any photos you've taken using the memory maker, and many more basically.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much one stop everything, go Disney basically.
Go Disney.
So it allows you to simply be able to do everything on one simple, easy to carry thing without worrying about losing it on a roller coaster or something.
So why should you buy a magic band? Well, to be honest with you, they are the more convenient way of entering parks rather than having to dig out for your cards. When you first purchase your tickets, especially if you're in the UK, you will be sent the normal little cards. They almost look like credit cards, which you can use to get in and out of parks. You can use them the same way as we just explained, so you can use them to get into your parks, to use them for your photo passes, to use them for store purchases, which then gets billed to your account, and also to get in and out of your room. However, we decided that we wanted an easier way of getting in and out, rather with already having a pushchair to worry about and everything else. We thought it would just be so much easier to just purchase a magic band and carry on our everyday lives without having to try and dig out purses, wallets and etc. to pull out a card. And I'm really good at losing things, so there would have been absolutely no doubt that mine would have got lost at some point. So we made the decision that we were going to go and find a magic band. Now we looked online, as probably most people do, to try and find out about buying one before we went out there, because we like to prepare, but you cannot buy them online if you're in the UK. They don't ship them out in the UK whatsoever, so the only place you can buy them is when you're in Orlando itself. Yeah, you can only literally buy them from a shop when you get there. So conveniently they sell them in the airport shop in Orlando International, so we went in as the first thing that we put as soon as we landed. Right, let's go and get our magic bands, and they have a selection there, not a huge selection but enough to, you know, see you through. So I bought my purple one. I went for a plain one. The plain ones retail at $14.99 when we've just looked it up to double check before recording. So they're the basic ones, so you can get them. I'll put it a little bit nearer. So mine's a purple one. You can get them in most colours: white, black, purple, orange, green, blue, every colour of the rainbow, which is lovely. So yeah, they retail at $14.99.
And those, if you're staying on resort, you'll get one of those included for every guest that's basically paying for a park ticket.
I think you do get to choose what colour you want, or do you just get given?
No, you get to choose what colour you want. If you go onto My Disney Experience, obviously when booking up your holiday and whatnot, you'll be basically ordering your magic band on there, and you get to choose your colour, but also you get to have a little personalised name on the back,
which is cool.
Which is another good thing.
Nice little add-on thing. Stephen opted for a nicer one, so he went for one that's kind of designed like Mickey Mouse and his outfit. And these ones are, I'm not 100% sure what they're called because they're the basic ones, but they're more sort of characterised ones. You can get them with, you can actually look them up before you go on the My Disney Experience app on the shop section, so you can have a look and see if there's any that tick your fancy. But you can get them with like all the different characters. So if there's a particular character that you like we reckon that if Alithia needed one this year, she probably would have gone for the Tinkerbell one. So the fronts would be normal, and then sort of on this section would have a nice little picture of Tinkerbell. But yeah, and these ones retail, they're a little bit more at $24.99, but they're probably a little bit nicer. And not only are they useful, but they're a nice little souvenir to keep afterwards.
I like collecting them.
Yes, Stephen also decided to purchase another one, and this is a special edition one for the Flower and Garden Festival, which we
2,000 made.
Yeah, there was only 2,000 made. But yeah, so it's...
So they do cost a lot more, so don't think that they cost the same.
This one retails at $34.99. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's worth it because that's a collector's item.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
as I like
Limited
collecting them.
edition, 2,000 made. This, yeah, so it's very nice, very nice. And I think they do lots of limited edition ones like this, depending on what's going on. And I think they do them in general anyway, like limited edition ones, where they only make so many of them. So nice. Stephen didn't use this one, but it's a nice little collector's item, and he'll probably buy more when we go back.
So these ones are special character ones. You can actually get them if you're staying at a resort. If you don't want to have the plain one, you can actually pay a little bit more and get the special character ones out. I'm not sure how much extra they charge you.
I think I read or heard someone say that they charge you $15, but we'll double check. We'll write it down here.
Yeah, because I mean they are $10 difference in price.
Oh yeah, so it's probably not that much. Probably you paid probably the $10 difference.
Yeah, I'll look that up and put something in the description. But yeah, if you like collecting them, then it's probably worth upgrading. I think it's great that they do offer that. It's only recently they changed that policy, so it's definitely worth something.
Especially if you go that often and you've collected every colour of the basic ones, at least now you can start on the on the other ones.
So first of all, strong advice is if you may find magic bands on eBay and things like that. It's not recommended that you buy them from there because they could be already registered to someone else. So ultimately, they're like your park tickets. You register them on your My Disney Experience app, which is quite simple to do, wasn't it? We were a little bit worried about how to do it.
We thought we'd have to. We were asking the poor checkout lady how to do them, and she was like, "The instructions are in the pack. Really easy to follow. You do not need to. We don't do them here, but." It's really easy to follow. So
it's recommended that you get the My Disney Experience app on your mobile phone, and you can do it on your phone there
really
once you're there. Because obviously you probably have to buy them out there, so that's probably the best. That's the way we did it, and that's probably the only way to do it really. Or on a laptop if you take your laptop out there, of course. So it's not too complicated. So when deciding which bands you want, the best thing to do is go onto the My Disney Experience app and search Magic Bands, and it will then give you the option under merchandise, and it will give you a whole list of Magic Bands that you can choose from. I don't know if all the colour ones are on there. There might be. Yeah, there's quite a good selection on there. I think it may be all of them that they do. But basically, if you want to buy them in the parks rather than at the airport when you arrive in Orlando Airport, the convenient thing is once you've found the magic band that you like, you click on it and it will tell you on a map whereabouts in the resort you can buy them from, park by park, and also around Disney Springs as well. So it's quite a good, easy way of making your mind up before you go of where you're going to buy your magic band, and you can basically plan your day. Right, okay, I'm going to go to Magic Kingdom on day one, and I'm going to go straight and buy my magic band from that shop, and you'll know exactly where you're going. So it's quite easy.
Most of the little shops that are around the parks have some kind of selection of magic bands, and usually the smaller shops are where you're going to find probably the limited edition ones rather than in the bigger shops. But the big shops are like your is it called the Emporium?
Yeah, and the in the actual Disney Springs as well. You've got the
the big, the Disney shop. They've got in Disney Springs, like all the big shops. So each park has got their biggest shops near the entrance, and they're going to have the biggest variety of magic bands in there.
The Emporium's on the Main Street, USA, isn't it, in Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom?
Yeah.
So, but each park has their own
Version.
designated of Disney merchandise where you can buy them. And if you haven't got the My Disney Experience app, which, well, technically you'd want it anyway, but if you haven't got the internet out there to find it on the map, and you go into the first store you see and you're a bit downhearted that the one that you're after isn't there, keep looking, because all the different shops have different magic bands on offer, and that's why it's generally a good idea to use the map, so you can go straight to that shop and avoid disappointment.
The limited edition ones are harder to find. I think Stephen was incredibly lucky to get the one he got at the Flower and Garden, because we were quite far into the Flower and Garden Festival, weren't we?
Yes.
When we went. So I can't even remember how you found that one. Did you didn't find it on the app, did you? But you asked around.
No. The app said there was the main sort of like festival type souvenir shop, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one
the app said
when you
there,
just go into the World's part of
the World
Epcot.
Showcase, yeah.
There's a shop right in front of you as you walk in, and the app was saying that they were in there, but we couldn't find them.
No, she said they just sold out.
They just sold out, yeah. But then we managed to find them on the little stalls in the end,
yeah,
isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so keep asking. Staff are generally quite good at knowing what stock they have and haven't got. So if you can't find it where the app says, it could be that they have literally just sold out like we found. So just ask around. Do the old-fashioned way and ask around.
With the special editions and the limited edition one, you can literally get most of the park events, can't you? Like the Flower and Garden, for example, and any of your favourite characters. And sometimes there are even a couple of editions, aren't there, on each character?
Yeah.
So it's really good. There's plenty to choose from, one for each of the family.
So they're not only convenient, but they're also pretty.
And one other feature just to tell you about is you will also notice these are what they call the pucks. They do actually pop out. I don't think they go back in again once you've popped them out. Tell me otherwise in the comments if you've done that. But basically they go into a little keyring holder. Notice there's a few like with the Mickey Mouse shaped ears, and you simply just slot them in there and put them on the keyring. And if you prefer to carry that way, it's a lot better, and it's generally flexible for whatever you want.
And the other good thing about them is for children, because obviously as an adult we've got bigger wrists, but if for the children out there that would like them, I don't know if you can see, but you've got an extended bit here. So what you do is you just pull that off, and then it makes the magic band only that long instead of that long.
And that's a reversible as well.
Yeah. So once that bit's come off, the grey outer bit, once that's come off, you won't get that back on again. But obviously it will fit your child's wrist, because there's nothing worse than having to wrap it up nice and small, and then you've got the little bit sticking out there. So yeah, that's another handy feature that the children's, they can be made smaller for little wrists. Or like mine, because mine's tiny, and I was actually right in that bit anyway, so probably could have popped mine down smaller if I wanted to, but I couldn't be bothered, to be fair.
And the other minor thing is deciding what wrist to put them on.
Yes.
Most of the times they have the readers on either side, but I just decided to have my watch on one side and the magic band on the other, just so it's easy just to scan it.
But you can't scan your watch.
No.
Do not attempt to scan your watch.
It won't do anything.
It won't do anything.
You'd be stood there for hours. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this video was a help to you. And if there's any other subjects you'd like to get us to cover, we'll happily do so. Just drop them in the comments, and or any other questions on this video that you'd like to ask, then do the same, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
And if there's any other comments that you feel like we've missed in this video about magic bands and how to use them, or what they're about, then also drop a comment down below, and we will help in every way that we can.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Bye.